Kamala Harris, during her discourse, brought up a lot of topics, things that she's going to be promoting on her tour during these visits to the local colleges. Now, some of the topics that she brought up were right to an abortion, climate change, getting young people out to vote, and of course, gun violence and gun safety laws. And she mentioned in her discourse that these are all issues that are very important and very, very relevant to our youth today. Now, these are topics that can also be a little controversial and divisive at times. So we wanted to see what the other side of the aisle would think about her visit and what she was talking about today. So I reached out to the Virginia GOP and they sent me this statement. Here's what it said. Take quote, Kamala Harris is the most unpopular vice president in history, and her visit today is just another reminder of how the Biden-Harris administration and their radical policies are bad for our country and bad for Virginia. While students at Hampton University heard plenty of empty talking points, what they didn't hear was how the price of everything from a cup of coffee to a gallon of gas is going through the roof, and how Democrat policies are killing their chances of landing a good job and living the American dream. Now, very different thoughts on that. Now, it doesn't matter what side of the aisle you stand on. Students here were very excited because it's an exciting day when one of your nation's leaders comes to your campus for a big visit. And just hours ago, as you saw in our video earlier, students were completely lined up outside here. You could see that there are still balloons out there. They were wearing their Hampton U colors, shouting, chanting, and cheering as Vice President Kamala Harris's motorcade passed by, because this is something that they waited all week long for. Students cheered just moments before she arrived on campus. As you can see, there was a lot of energy, and this is the line of students waiting to get in to see Madam Vice President earlier this afternoon at Ogden Hall, where my colleague Brendan Ponton was in. Now, as you can see, it was very busy. Students lined up just to try to get a look at the Vice President. Students telling me it was standing room only inside. Now, I got to speak with students afterwards who got to participate in the event, and some actually got to spend some time with the Vice President one-on-one. Now, one of those lucky students even had the opportunity of introducing her. They tell me as great as it was to have her on campus, they were most looking forward to having a chance to chat with her about issues that are very important to them and getting more young people out to vote.
It's so necessary, especially in this generation, because they talked a lot about the sensitive topics that a lot of people shy away from. But to be able to talk about these things in such depth is so necessary for us, and just to be able to have our voices heard, because our whole goal is to mobilize students and young adults to fight for our rights. She was talking about the gun laws, she was talking about just the book bans and all that stuff, and it's amazing to be able to discuss these topics with the Vice President of the United States.
Yes, we believe in the Second Amendment, but we also believe in background checks. We also believe in ensuring that these guns and these weapons aren't getting in the hands of people who don't need to be utilizing them, because mental health is a very prevalent issue, and it's important that mental wellness is taken care of, and we are ensuring that the people who are using these weapons are not abusing them.
Now, at the event, Vice President Kamala Harris said that there are moments, and there will be moments in everyone's lives, where you have to stand up and fight for what is right. And after meeting and talking to students here on campus, I have no doubt that they are all ready and prepared to continue to fight for the issues that are important to them. Reporting live from Hampton University, I'm Pari Cruz, News 3. Back to you guys.